colors I'm using all lift easily. And so I'm going to wet the paper with a wash of raw sienna. That's French ultramarine. That's cobalt turquoise light, just in case I want a little pizzazz somewhere. And this is cad scarlet and raw sienna. So this is a nice neutral mix of these three, very dilute. But I'm going to do a richer mix when I lay in the color. So, and I'll probably have to wet the paper a few times because, you know, it always dries out when you don't want it to. So I'm wetting around the birds, and for this raw sienna wash, I'm going to paint it right over the rocks that I drew. Okay, like I said, I'm not going to worry about the reflections of the white bird in the water. I'll do some lifting. I'm going to go in with a very dark. So this makes a kind of a dull violet. The dry paper that's the Egrets will resist the paint. So I'm going to keep tipping this to get a flow going. And this is kind of a dull blue. Well, part of me doesn't really know what I'm doing here, but I think I'm going to have a good time lifting. I think I'm going to do a little thirsty brush here so I don't have blooms forming where I've got little puddles. I just thought of something. I could touch this with water and get a little something happening here. It could be a disaster, but if it's just, I do it with my synthetic brush, I just feel like I want something more happening here. So, see there? See how that spread?
Whoops.
See, I could go in like this to get that reflection. Okay, now for the birds. So I'm going to put yellow on the beaks first. I'm going to do the bird beaks first, and then I'll drop orange on it. And the eye is a little bit yellow. Now for the orange. There, it feels good to have a little color in here. Now to make my neutral, I really should use some of the same colors I've been using, but I really want to use a pink in here instead of this cad scarlet. And I'm going to use a little cobalt instead of the ultramarine on the bird. Now I'm lifting little bits of wayward feathers. And that's working very well. That's the advantage of using these colors in the background. I like this fellow much better now that I'm lifting little feathers. All right, I'm done. I think I actually finished it.